I wasn't actually intending for that to be the song. Is that 90s? Hi guys. Okay, alright everybody. Welcome to the Batgirl comic book read. We're going to be reading the Riddler. Yay, oh good. Good reminder for me to flip this properly. Always like games you can play too. So let's see how I can adjust my bedroom reading just a little bit easier tonight. So we're doing a read that I meant to do a little while ago. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let's do 80s. I was doing 90s mixes and then I was like, you know what? Maybe not. Hello everybody, welcome. Let's see here. Okay, so Brandon, I do not have gloves tonight. I apologize. So what we're gonna do, oh my gosh, this is Flash Dance, this is awesome. So what we're gonna read tonight, my friends, is Batman and the Riddler. Hi Jesse Romero, welcome. So I'm Barbara Gordon, Batgirl. I hope you're doing well tonight. Welcome to Friday night. Welcome to your weekend. And we are going to be doing, this is a reread. So I had read this a little while ago, and then I couldn't find for the life of me the recording of it because one of you guys had asked me about it multiple times. So this goes out to you, Dave, I think. I apologize. I'll let you know when this is live, when it's live as well. Okay, so let me see. Dancing like she's now. I'm trying to figure out if we're gonna do. I'm gonna have to put off the music when I start reading this, and I'm gonna get right into it. This way. I tried to make it more mood lighty because Batgirl's a little bit more like, and you can kind of see my moon over here. Sailor Moon. So if you guys aren't familiar with, if you're new to my live, welcome my friends. We read comic books sometimes. I do sometimes do astrology, and I do sometimes do some music and DJ dance stuff. We'll be doing a DJ dance set tomorrow night. I haven't decided who I'm going to be tomorrow night. So when I do cosplay, I typically pick characters that I myself resonate with or I really love. So Batgirl is really special to me. This version of Batgirl, Barbara Gordon Batgirl, she is Commissioner Gordon's daughter, of course. There are other versions of Batgirl. If you watch any of the movies, if you watched Batman and Robin, we had Alicia Silverstone play Batgirl. But she's not Barbara Gordon Batgirl. She is Alfred Pennyworth's niece. So the same, I think it's his niece. So there's some commonalities there, but not quite the same. Latos, hi, welcome. So we're gonna do a Tiberius Rex, thank you. And so reasons why I love Batgirl. She doesn't have superpowers. Her, like the rest of the Bat family, her powers come from her human intellect, her human genius, as well as, you know, just being courageous as well. Hi Bella, welcome. So I'm going to get right into the read. I started like an hour late, so I apologize for all of you who thought I would be here at 10. I did not do my event calendar properly. However, I do have my production calendar ready to go. I'm going to be sharing that on my Linktree very soon, so you can get stay abreast of when I will be going live next. So I'm going to go right into, hey Sergeant Frosty Man, how's it going? Oh, and thank you for the gift. I have been going through some of the comic books that I own versus the comic books I get from the library. And so tonight's read is a very special read. We are reading Batgirl versus the Riddler, but it's got like a fun little plot twist at the end. I'm not going to give it away. I'm going to go right into reading it. So thank you guys for joining me this evening. It's Friday night. And this replay I'm going to have available, a free replay available. However, starting tomorrow, I'm going to have some subscriber only reads available, or in the sense of like will start a read, and then the rest of it, the conclusion, you'll get if you're a subscriber, that kind of thing. So I've been spending some time organizing that, which is why also my live schedule has kind of been all over the place. So I'm kind of a little earlier than usual, right? So without further ado, let's get into it. I'm going to try doing my Riddler voice as well as I can. Make sure I'm not cutting myself off at the same time. But also making sure you can see the panels, because that's half of the fun of the comic books, right? The art that is here. And so Riddler in the comic books, you know what? Jim Carrey did a pretty good Riddler, I'm going to say. I don't know what you guys think. And Batman Forever, R.I.P. Val Kilmer as that Batman. The movies have their own, I think they're called the Burton universe or the Burtonverse when it comes to the universes, if you're not following. But a beauty of comic books, of course, is the fact you do have a multiverse, you do have different versions, and they can all be true, right? So in this version, I think this makes it seem like it's more of a Batman comic book, even though Batman doesn't is not in this comic book. Let me just turn off this fan. It's a little warm right now. Okay. Not a little. I'm a little cold now. My cape is necessary. So let's just get into it. This is Batman #1. Prelude to the Wedding. Whose wedding, you may ask? It is Batman and Catwoman's wedding that we're talking about. Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne. And so you're going to see that the reason why the Riddler starts to talk about, or he starts to go after Batgirl, is because of that. So you'll see. Love is in the air. And you know, like one of those things where you know, if you catch the bouquet, you're like, oh, I'm going to be married next. I feel like Riddler catches like the love bug, right? So something like that. I have my true mic with a stand right now, so I'm just making sure it's in a good spot that you can hear me. I'm not too fussed about it always being in the frame, especially when I have the comic book as well. I'm going to come a little closer to you guys. Okay, so riddle me this. Who is going to die alone? That's very ominous, Riddler. Okay. So here we go. Put me on. Put me on. And you can see it's a Walkman. I brought my own little super tape because I'm from the 80s, right? So I was like, I don't know if you guys were like one of those kids who like would make your own little mixtapes and you would record songs from the radio, which is why I was playing some old 90s music, because I was definitely one of those kids. You like wait for the right song on the radio, click record, and then you make your own fun little mixtapes. All right, so Batgirl puts on this Walkman. It's a message for her, and it says, "Oh, hi Batgirl. I see you got my message. I know you've played this game before with the lesser imitators." Are people imitating Riddler? I wonder. "Standard rules apply. No cops, no birds." He means no birds of prey, right? "Follow my instructions and play the game, or people die," right? There's always a catch. I'm just going to turn the fan back on. It's hot. I apologize if you hear the sounds of the city, though, as well. Let me put this way. Perfect. Good. And the mic's facing me, so you guys should not hear that too overly much. Hope you guys are doing well tonight, by the way. I am Barbara Gordon, Batgirl, reading you guys. It's a prelude to Batman and Catwoman's wedding. Riddler has some, how should I put it, tasks? You know, like how Riddler does when he does things, when he's like a bad guy. He's like, riddle me this, riddle me that. Who's afraid of the big black bat? That kind of thing. Okay. Standard rules apply. No cops. No birds. Oh my gosh, the wind is blowing. Okay. No bats. Hurry. Follow my instructions and play my game. He kind of sounds like Saw a little bit, kind of. Or people die. Oh, and in case it's not obvious yet, Let me give an answer to your burning question. What's that? Oh my gosh. I went back and forth with the fan for a very reason. Now it's like it's too loud. I'm like, I need full quiet when I'm reading to you guys, right? Oh, hi Pikachu. Okay, good. I'm just making sure that I'm like framed properly. Yay! Thanks Pikachu for sharing it too. All right, so we are reading Pika Pika. Batgirl says hi. Hey. Lots of love. Okay, so we have Batman, Batgirl versus the Riddler. We have started with Put Me On. There's a Walkman. Batgirl listens to it. And Riddler's basically saying the standard rules apply because we are on a case, right? So for better or for worse. And as I mentioned to you guys before, this is the prelude to Catwoman and Batman's wedding, right? So that kind of good stuff. I might have to take off this cape. Hey Flirty, am I in WinFact? Not just yet. I'm getting very close. I have a lot of, it is June now, right? So big launches that are coming along the way is I'm launching my own RPG game on Discord on Solstice, so the 21st, in honor of the sun, but also just from a perspective of like launching my own book series. I'm hopefully going to be able to self-publish the book I wrote when I was 14 that you can get. Like, I'm just self-publishing that one. It's a young adult novel. And then the rest of the other things you'll be able to see as well. I'll be getting it. Yay! I just started reading Batman comics a month ago. Oh, you saw my baby Yoda hiding in the back, Dallas. Oh, yes. So a month ago, what inspired that, Dallas? So it's funny because I started reading comic books, Marvel comic books, don't kill me, and mainly X-Men and the Avengers, that kind of stuff. I love the big ensemble pieces where you have all the different groups coming together, but it's also important to have, you know, the origin stories, the ones where it's just like the birds. I love the comic books with the birds of prey just hanging out and stuff, or them doing missions together. Or I had a comic book where it was, I think, like Huntress and Black Canary had gone on their own little like trip or something, and Batgirl was like, oh, I need backup, so she got Poison Ivy and Catwoman to help her, and she's like, okay guys, remember, don't kill anybody. And they're like, you're no fun, Batgirl. Like, it's just funny. Oh, amazing. Thanks, Flurry. Nice thing. So I'm going to be a bit more scheduled with my reads, so you'll know when it's just hangout and like Astro, and when it's like more comic book analysis time, because I do have something called the Cosmic Comic Book Club, so want to meet on a monthly basis for us to talk about specific storylines in comic books, like Multiversity, or you know, Green Lantern has the War of, what is it, Blackest Night, Brightest Day, that whole situation. There's a few like Doomsday Clock, that as well. There's a lot of comic book series is that, you know, there's the read, of course, but then there's the analysis of the read. Like, no different how you and your friends can go watch the same movie in the theater and then come out and have like different takeaways, favorite lines that you like to quote, your favorite characters. So that's the beauty of, you know, when each of us reads a story, we take away something new each time. And just by, you know, I have read this multiple times. I've actually already read this out loud live to you guys, but then I only had snippets. And then someone asked me, like, do you have the full read? And I'm like, I don't. So this is the full read of Batgirl versus the Riddler. Riddle me this: who is going to die alone? Okay, thanks, Skeeter, for that. Yeah, and true, 100%, right? So resonate with the stories you want to resonate with, right? All right, so Batgirl's on the case. She got the Walkman. Mission accepted, baby. The Riddler has come to Burnside. Now, Burnside is a neighborhood in Gotham City. Keep that in mind. For better or for worse, writer Tim Seeley, penciler Miyuku Jung or Young, anchor Jose Marzan Jr., colorist Jordi Belair. Love the team that comes together to create a comic book. All right, so it's going to flash back to then. So do in the past. Ooh, I'm going to put my flash goal on now that we've started the read. Oh, and please do subscribe for some of the members only content stuff, because I've noticed some of the comic books are a bit too spicy for TikTok. So we'll save those ones like Promethea and like the more intense ones. Like some of the X-Men ones are actually really graphic. So we'll save those ones for subs only. Okay, I thought for sure you'd still be out on patrol, Babs. So Batgirl Night Patrol, right? I was, but I came back for a snack. It was weirdly quiet out there tonight, Dinah. So she's talking to Canary, Dinah Lance. Maybe all of the crooks were busy pressing their pants for Batman and Catwoman's wedding, right? So this is the prelude to the wedding, as I told you guys, Catwoman and Batman's wedding. I was, but I came back for a snack. It was weirdly quiet, and she makes a joke saying that maybe they're all pressing their suits for Batman and Catwoman's wedding, right? And then Batgirl's like, oh, Green Arrow, he just can't keep a secret, right? I have my ways. Speaking of secret romance, I heard that you were talking to a guy, Babs. Who? Nightwing? I'm talking to Nightwing? Ah. I don't think it counts, especially since he was being all ominous. No, like a non-super guy. Scotty or Brad or Ian. Yeah, we were talking. Oh no, what did he do this time? What is that supposed to mean? Were, as in past tense, it's always something with you. Some weird reason. His jokes don't land, or he can't tell a story properly, or dangling participle. What is this? Participle. Oh my gosh. I can't say that word right now. Participles. Participles. There it is. Oh my gosh. Dangling participles. His emails are full of them, okay? Where's the noun you're modifying, huh? Oh, a girl after my own heart, Barbara. Correct. If you send emails full of bad grammar, you won't make it into Batgirl's heart, basically. You need to have good grammar. Okay. So she's on the phone with Black Canary talking about this. When are you just going to admit no man is good enough for you unless he's Nightwing? Oh, hitting on something there, Black Canary. So when are you just going to admit no man is good enough for you unless he's Nightwing? Dinah, can I get back to you? I have another call. I.e., meaning a superhero call, right? Oh, God. Annette, someone, call the police. Ma'am? What's wrong? And how can I help? I was supposed to pick up my wife. She was working an overnight to get ready for a big funeral. And then the security camera. Someone took her. Why? Why would someone take her? Don't worry. I've relayed a message to GCPD via my CalCom. Ooh, my CalCom. I just messaged GCPD. In the meantime, I am going to find Annette. How? I don't know yet. But where there's smoke. And she dangles that on. And then flashback to now. Thanks for the likes. And Dallas, thank you for following. Welcome to the live read. We are reading Batman #1, Prelude to the Wedding, Batman versus the Riddler. The Riddler has left Batgirl this Walkman to basically, you know, you better play my game or people die. So, hi Squishy, how's it going? Squishy the Seal is in the house, baby. Also, do give him a follow because Squishy has his own adventures and stories to share as well, as we are all, you know, living out our storybook lives, right? I hope you are empowered to be inspired by the stories that are around you. Okay, now after that quick commercial break, we're flashing back to now. By any other name, I might smell just as sweet. Are you quoting Shakespeare, Barbara? Except now I'm all bone. Oh no, she's listening to, so Riddler left her a Walkman, and I brought my mixtape to commemorate, right? Brought her a Walkman with a tape in there giving her clues to find him, right? So, by any other name, I might smell just as sweet, except now I'm all bone and no meat. I sleep upon my bed of stone and thorns, shaping destiny of young men as one of my horns. Or norns? Horns. Okay. That's just in case you don't hear it the first time. Distracted, as I'm sure you are replaying everything you know about me. Oh, yes. Oh, and Pikachu, thank you for the gifts, in case I hadn't thanked you already. The Riddler, once mild-mannered software engineer, Edward Nygma. Now, genius oh my gosh, pronunciations today is hard. Now, genius criminal mastermind, arch enemy of Gotham's very own Batman. Today, though, I'll be antagonizing you, and I'm quite excited. So, instead of Batman being on the case, it's Batgirl who's on this, because Batman's busy getting ready for his wedding. Your reputation precedes you, Batgirl. They say you have an incredible memory, as well as immense technological prowess. Oh, hey, Timmy. Welcome to the read, and thanks for the gift. Hence the analog technology. So, Riddler here. So, Riddler in the comic books is much more like Irish mobster, I feel like, his vibe, right? And he's also, but they have kept all the same things of being like genius software engineer. And so this part of Nygma, I think, is attracted to Batgirl, who is, of course, also Oracle and has a lot of, technical savviness. She's a tech geek, which I can appreciate. Hey, Shay Hamilton, I saw you drop into the room. How is it going, girl? And Batman, hey! I was just talking about you. You're getting married to Catwoman very soon. And now Riddler's, I think, caught the love bug. He's trying to court me in a weird way. But let's continue on, right? So this is Riddler's voice message on the tape that Batgirl's playing. Your reputation precedes you, Batgirl. They say you have an incredible memory as well as an immense technological prowess. Hence, me using the analog technology. I can't have you cheating by triangulating the source of a signal or by hacking some code. Very smart there, Riddler. So Riddler did the whole analog thing with the tape. Oh my gosh, just dropped it. Oh my gosh. It's so funny. You have to be careful where you store your tapes as well, right? Environmental issues. But the reason why he did a tape in the Walkman was so that Batgirl didn't cross-triangulate it by hacking where the signal came from. And if you play Arkham Knight, you have to do that a lot, I find. Oracle helps you cross-triangulate where the bad guys are based on where the radio signals are coming from. Okay, so as he's doing this, she's already on her way. I'm sure you already know there are 4 kidnapping victims taken from this lovely neighborhood, meaning Burnside. 4 victims, 4 riddles, and 4 deadly traps. Are we ready? I think we're ready. My, what a way to start off a brand new day. Am I right? Now, I'll leave you to it. So what's the riddle here? Let's see. By any other name, I might smell just as sweet, except now I'm all bone and no meat. So what do you think that is, you guys? Babs will solve it for us. The Riddler did do it. 100%. And welcome to the live read, Rice and Peas for You. Rice and peas is actually quite delicious. I love having that. The Riddler did it, a rose. You think that's what it is? All bone and no meat. I don't know. Maybe it's something like stew or like the meat packing district, something like that. Anyways. Oh, how did she know to go here? How did she know to... Alright, she figured out the riddle as I was like talking to you guys. Way to go, Batgirl. We did it. Okay, so you can see here, she's in this elaborate trap. Very Saw, Riddler. Miss Corral, don't worry. Please keep calm. Huh. I've got this. And she throws batarang, shunk. Huh. So well-timed or well-placed, yeah, batarang. And she frees the first victim from the trap that Riddler has set. You're correct, Rice and Peas for You, that it is the Riddler who did it. But I'm not quite sure if it is a rose. If she threw a rose, though, that would have a nice little tuxedo mask flair with my Sailor Moon background. Funny. Okay. God, thank you, Batgirl. What the hell is going on here? Take care of her. Keep her calm. The police are on their way. Yes, ma'am. I'm no ma'am. I'm Batgirl. The answer, of course, was Rose Burnside. Oh, you're so smart there, Rose and Peas for You. I didn't know it meant a person's name. I thought it was referring to a location, you know? All bones and no meat. She's saying that, like, she's all old? Is that why he's kind of insulting Riddler? Hey, Gotham bitch, how's it going? Happy Friday night. Welcome to the Batgirl Read. Yay. Batgirl Night Patrol. We're reading Batgirl versus the Riddler, the prelude to the wedding of Batman and Catwoman. I don't know if we get anything of that wedding tonight. Definitely TGIF. Def. Such a TGIF. I hope you guys... It's hot finally in Toronto, so I'm hoping for some fun adventures this weekend. All bones refers to the stem of the rose. Really? Because I thought it was all... That does make sense, though, now that you mention it. I feel... Is that from another poem? Because, you know, from Shakespeare... Watching Hitman. Oh, Hitman's a good movie, actually. I love those movies. What movie did I watch recently? I Spit on Your Grave, which was actually a hard watch, like the remake of it. Hard watch, but I feel like some of those movies are like psychic training on some levels. Okay. Where are we? So the answer, of course, was Rose Burnside, and Rice and Peas for You helped me out there. I already knew the answer before we got there. You and Batgirl in my other life. That was fun, wasn't it? That was fun, wasn't it? Hold on. I just skipped. So there's 4 victims, and now she's Batgirl's on to the next riddle. First female professor at the all-male West Gotham University. She gave her name to this neighborhood and now resides in this dusty mausoleum. Well, that was fun, wasn't it? It wasn't. It was fun for only you, Riddler, I think. And for playing so well, you win the life of Annette Corral, florist and loving wife. Now, perk up those pointy ears and listen. I don't appreciate you pointing out my pointy ears, but I will listen. It seems by my name I would sow quite a tale. Instead, I stand and preside by the mail. Ooh, Titans. I have a fun comic book read coming up. That's a Nightwing comic book read that features a lot of the Titans, so like Donna Troy and Batgirl, and who's the last girl? They like train one of the other girls that Nightwing is taking care of, so it's kind of a fun scene. We'll read that. Not next, but that's coming. All right. Cornell, wait. where is this? Cornell Quincy County Clerk's Office. What's with all the alliteration there? The post office. Oh, you already know. When I do use a needle, it's as a sword. I put my scratch in the public record. Oh, that's pushing a rhyme there, my friend there, Riddler. Ding, ding, ding. Another win for Batgirl. You've come to the right place. Now, where is Mr. Jackson Hatch, aka MC Spaz? Well, let me give a bonus clue. It has an eye, and the eyes have it. A florist and a DJ. By now you've noticed a pattern starting to emerge. What can I say? The impending marriage of my greatest rival raises such big questions. What big questions, Riddler? And so this is all coming across the earphones in the Walkman as Batgirl is taking down these guys. Because, of course, it can't be quite so easy, right? A brooding, sour man like Batman has somehow managed to find someone to share his bitter, obsessive life. I don't know how Riddler feels about that. So Riddler is it's kind of funny, right? Because it's like, it's not, I don't think it's Batman's wedding, right? I don't think it's Bruce Wayne's wedding. It's Batman's wedding. Do people know that Bruce Wayne is Batman? Or maybe it's rather like the superhero circuit knows this kind of situation. Okay. A brooding, sour man like Batman has somehow managed to find someone to share his bitter, obsessive life. And that partner is a former enemy, a criminal, a thief, his very opposite. Such a seemingly impossible event has forced me to reconsider what I once thought rational, what I believed possible. It made me ask, is there a yin to my yang? Oh, Riddler. I would actually love this if Jim Carrey kind of played this. That'd be kind of funny. Like, because he's trying to court Batgirl here, if you haven't noticed. He's like, wait a minute. If Batman can fall for someone who's like his opposite, right? A criminal like Catwoman, perhaps for me, who is a criminal like Riddler, maybe Batgirl is who I'm supposed to be with. I think that's where he's going with this. I'm getting very uncomfortable. Okay. Such a seemingly impossible event has forced me to reconsider what I once thought rational, what I believed possible. It made me ask, is there a yin to my yang? An exclamation point to my question mark? Yeah, Batgirl's definitely an exclamation mark if she was punctuation, I think. What punctuation would you be if you were punctuation? Like, would you be a semicolon? Would you be a comma? I think exclamation point. Triple exclamation point. Could I find someone to spend my life with, too? That wasn't the riddle, by the way. Oh, no. I've got a good one for that. Listen up. From on high, I make the sound of God's voice. Its echo causes all fathers to rejoice. But it brings a tear to the eyes of the mother, for the light of the eye reveals the sins of the brother. Ooh. Interesting. Hold on. That's all for this tape. Enjoy some music while you work if you like. There's music on the Walkman. So let me just repeat that riddle. From on high I make the sound of God's voice. Its echo causes all fathers to rejoice. Maybe a church bell, perhaps? But it brings a tear to the eyes of a mother, for the light of the eve reveals the sins of the brother. Okay, so in the statue. Okay, gotcha. Kane County Bell Tower. I was right about the bell tower thing, but not quite right about the whole it being a church situation. Alas, can't get them all completely. That's why we have Batgirl, right? Okay. So we're at the Kane County Bell Tower. Able, as in Kane and a bell. Clever, isn't it, though? I'm not sure Father Moreno is rejoicing. I thought you might appreciate my wordplay. I admit, that was a bit cheekier than my usual work, but I feel you and I have gotten to know each other, so I can loosen up a bit. Can you, Riddler? Can you? There's something about you that puts me at ease, Batgirl. This is like talking through the tape as well. I feel comfortable enough to discuss my past. Oh, really? Bring this down a bit. There. Ta-da. Specifically, my history with females. Oh no, he's wanting like dating advice from Batgirl. I know that sounds clinical and distant, but there have always been women in my life. I have money, as much as I want, whenever I choose to take it. I have power, and I hold all the answers. You're also very full of yourself, Riddler, it seems like. Because of this, some women found me attractive. A certain kind of woman, anyway. And I suppose that I was attracted to them too, for a time. In a way, simple animal urges, raw physicality. But there were no butterflies. Oh, Riddler wants butterflies in his in his significant other. But there were no butterflies once the curiosity passed. No nervous perspiration. No illogically intense envy. No real feeling. Oh no, no. So rude. Oh shoot, there we go. There, beautiful. Okay, done. Where are we? Yes, but there were no butterflies once the curiosity had passed. No nervous perspiration, no illogically intense envy, and no real feeling. Last night, I was attacked by the Joker, Batgirl. Oh, so Riddler was attacked by the Joker. I wonder why. I wonder what that was about. You'll see how this ends. I'm not going to spoil it, but there's a reason for that. So last night, I was attacked by the Joker, Batgirl. Swift, brutal, cruel. I faced oblivion. My life flashed before my eyes. Things read as yet unused or unlearned filled my mind. Puzzles, words. Perhaps it was Joker's ranting about Batman's wedding, but one particular neologism struck me most profoundly. Oh my goodness. The term sapiophile, an attraction to intelligence. It seemed so simple, yet it was an utter revelation. It was an answer to a riddle I had never known to ask. And so I devised a gauntlet full of traps and puzzles just for you, Batgirl. It's not like any first date. Wait, sorry. Is not any first date truly the same? Two gladiators facing off, assessing one another, circling each other, each hoping to rule the ring. And so Riddler's like waiting there in person with like the last tape. So he has basically made this like a date. It's like a date with the Riddler. He's like, oh, look, you found the final piece. Hi, Craig Myers. How's it going? Welcome to this read of Batman #1. It is the prelude to the wedding of Batman and Catwoman. And Batgirl has been facing off against the Riddler, who has been taking her down this like path of puzzles, only to find that he's been doing this to basically like court her. So he's there all suave at the top of his rooftop, holding the last cassette tape. And then Batgirl shows up. Such a good sport. You know, you have to keep playing the game and the tape if you want to know where that very last hostage is. And we're right back where we started. And by now, the police are playing catch up to you, picking up your leftovers. That will give us some private time at the end of our date. Some time to get closer so I can tell you, I believe I could come to love you, Batgirl. If you have made it through this challenge with as much wisdom and cleverness as I anticipate, it is possible, likely even, that I already do. Is he saying he loves me? Riddler loves me? Hey, James. Oh, yeah, James, for sure. This is actually a request from a viewer, Batgirl and the Riddler. I had already read it, but I hadn't read it in full, so I will be posting the full reread of this on my channel very soon, actually. So yes, please do drop me a DM about it. Is it a comic book or is it a book? I have some books on deck too as well. Funny that you mentioned that, if it is a book. Okay. Cosplay and books could work too, depending on them, right? A book, right? A smaller book. Yeah. Oh, okay. Like a short story, kind of. Short stories are their own thing, I should say that. If you guys want to read my short stories, I actually have them on Readsy as well. I have The Oracle and the Night, as well as, what was my other one? Breaching the Invisible Wall and The Hometown Reconnection Fright. So, yes, please do DM me. Def. Is it science fiction? Because I'm on a big science fiction book kick right now as I'm working through dimensions and stuff, and more to come on that live stream tomorrow as on Superhero School. Or maybe I'll be on Sunday. We'll see. The production, or rather the calendar for all my live streams will be going up tomorrow, and it'll be a Google Calendar, so you can also join and share your emails as well, so that we can actually start building a little bit of a comic book club. And yeah, and maybe I can read some of your books as well, because I know some of you guys are writers and create stuff as well. So as I amp up the studio too. Okay, so now we're at the end of Riddler and Batgirl's date. Oh no. Hitman with Glenn Powell. Oh yeah. And he's like, oh look, I love you, Batgirl, by the way. After all of that, I've got a crush on you. What's that song? I didn't know, but I never showed. I found out I have a crush on you. Do I not follow you yet? Hold on, let me just... There you go. That should help the whole situation. James. Okay. But, oh look, there's more Shakespeare. I love it. But as Hamlet once said, there's the rub. I don't know if he means it in this context there, buddy. And I don't know, like, if you love Batgirl, why are you hitting her in the face with your club? But as Hamlet once said, "Aye, there's the rub." And as our Danish prince realized, there is no easy end, indeed. I know there can never be a wedding day for us. No florist to hire, no DJ to play our favorite songs, no priest to guide us through our vows, no wide-eyed child to carry the symbol of our union down the aisle. And so Batgirl finally, like, she's about to punch him in the face, being like, what is this? Like, why are you so nuts? I am no mere thief like Catwoman. So Riddler obviously thinks of himself as like a higher caliber type of criminal than Catwoman is, right? But I am no mere thief like Catwoman. What I have taken can never be returned, and thus I can never be forgiven for what I have done. I have killed innocents, used children for my ends, let people suffer for my games. I am irredeemable, left with no path save the one I am on. Save the one I am not. I am on. That's very nihilistic, Riddler. Without end, like a ring, like love. Yet I am forever changed, perspective realigned. Just double check. Oh my gosh. Hey, Private Data, welcome. I was going to use your real name in the chat, but I'm going to save all your real names and your actual real superhero selves for the Cosmic Comic Book Club. So please stay tuned for more of the Oh my gosh, my pronunciation tonight has been so all over the place. Also, it's been super fun for comic books to have, like, because the majority of everything in comic books, right, is all dialogue, right? Most of what you're getting are from characters is like what they're speaking out loud. So on a lot of regards, it's a lot like movie storyboards or movies in general, where a lot of the story is visual and what you can see are like the panels. So yeah, so there's analysis of that too. Like, why was it drawn this way? Like, what's Riddler looking like when he's fighting Batgirl? It's like, I love you, but we're fighting, right? So the way Riddler was basically saying, what are first dates other than like two gladiators facing off against each other in a ring? I'm like, I don't know if I saw dating that way, but hey, to each their own. Oh no, it's I have a full outfit for it, but hold on, TikTok gets mad at me when I show you, but let me just try. Oh my gosh. I think it's the lighting too. But you know what? It's because too, I'm only doing this as like a comic book read as well, and it's not my DJ stuff as well. And no face mask as well. But you know what? I will say this. Everyone has their favorites for different things, right? I have some people who like really dislike some of my cosplays. Like, I guess it triggers them one way or another, but I've realized this. Whenever you're bringing characters to life, it's kind of like your perspective on it and whoever comes through at that form. You know what? Speaking of which, I'm going to take off my cape because it's hot. And the fan that I had been using was actually too hot. So let's finish off the read, and then I'm going to call it a night, and then I'll be back tomorrow. We're going to have April O'Neil back tomorrow. I'm going to turn the fan back on. Hopefully in the replay of it, it's not too loud. Whew. That's so loud right now. Oh, shoot. Yeah. Okay. There. I also think it's the lighting as well, because I have not my appropriate light, but we're gonna finish off. And thank you for the gift. Okay, let's continue. Where are we here? Oh, yes, because Riddler was just basically saying that he was trying to court Batgirl. Oh, my goodness. There, I'm just going to turn that off. We're almost done anyways, you guys. And I will wrap it for tonight. I'm actually early-ish tonight because it is Friday night and I got other stuff to do this evening. And then I'll catch you guys tomorrow in the daytime. We're going to be doing April O'Neil. I'm not going to be reading The Last Ronin. It's a little bit of a heavy comic book to be doing that early in the day, right? So it'll be more of like a look into, let's call them like offshoots of stories, right? Like how do all things, what is canon, what isn't canon, how that kind of goes together. And I do have Jean Grey coming back on either Sunday or Monday because she still owes you guys a cable comic book read, as well as Jean Grey Resurrection, which I read earlier today and I cried reading it, which, because I'm an easy cry when it comes to reading anything, to be honest. Okay, so let's see here. Riddler is comparing himself to Catwoman because he's a little bit miffed that his rival Batman is getting married to Catwoman. So he's like, is there someone for me too? Like, what does that mean, right? So he says, unlike Catwoman, he's not like a simple like cat burglar. He's done like actual effed up shit, right? So he says, I am irredeemable, left with no path save the one I am on, without end, like a ring, like love. Yet I am forever changed, my perspective realigned. I'm the Riddler. I can piece together my any clues, find the answer to any question. Every question except for one. A question reflected from worlds that do not exist, that shall forever face me everywhere I look. So it keeps talking, and then finally Batgirl smashes the Walkman in the Riddler's face. So, you know, I get it. I understand. Hey, Pikachu, thanks for that. I feel like it's almost like you gifted my Sailor Moon in the back. But I get it. I understand. I understand all too well. Oh, hey, DJ Master Daddy K. Bien le bonjour, la France, madame. Oh, I love it, love it. I do also love French. I took French because I went to, I didn't go to French immersion. I had friends who went to French immersion back in Winnipeg, but I grew up in St. Boniface, which is like a French area of Winnipeg. So we did have stop signs that said stop and arrêt on them. So that kind of fun stuff. Merci à vous. Love. Also, like, there's a lot of words that take their origins from French. Yeah, j'adore ça. Très beau. Oh, merci beaucoup. Also, I love French because love. We're talking about love here, right? Like, Riddler is basically claiming that he loves Batgirl. I mean, who wouldn't love Batgirl? But, you know, like, in English, you, like, I love, like, my dog Wolfie. I love coffee. I love Batgirl. And we use the same word love. But in French, you have j'adore, je t'aime, l'amour. Like, there's different words to express love. So as we have different languages and different words that we can use to express such ineffable things, it's how we strive. Like, that's why we have art, right? That's how we're able to talk about themes and messages that are like difficult to like wrap up in just like a PowerPoint presentation or just like one word. Ah, vive l'amour world. Ah, love it, love it. What the fuck, Halloween? No. You know what, though? Halloween, this is more like... Halloween is like this, a celebration of what is usually veiled as being, what do you want to call it? Oh, you don't even see the Toronto Famous Draw what? You know what? Let me just finish the read. And we'll go from there. I'm going on a little like tangent. So Batgirl, we're finishing up the read of Batgirl versus the Riddler. The Riddler has taken Batgirl down this whole pathway of 4 cassette tapes. There were 4 victims. She is on the last one. And Riddler, at this last tape, has basically confessed the fact that he's in love with her. And she's responded by basically punching him in the face, which is, I suppose, the natural thing to do. Yes, said I'm Optimus Prime. I knew it, Toronto famous John. Yet, I am forever changed, my perspective realigned. I'm the Riddler. I can piece together any clues, find the answer to any question. Every question save one. A question from worlds that do not exist, that shall forever face me everywhere I look. And she smashes him in the face with the Walkman. I get it. I understand. Too well. And she kicks him off the roof. Oh God. Humph. Crunch. Shh. So the last victim is a little kid, and Batgirl, of course, was not distracted by the Riddler trying to court her in that last thing, and finds him, right? Ha! Wing! And see, he's holding a little ring. Viva Batman girl. Aw. I had a good relationship with Spider-Man. Did you? Aw, that's cool. I too love Spider-Man, and I do love cosplaying as Felicia Hardy, and it's been a little bit since she's been around, so she's gonna come around soon. Her and Catwoman have a little collaboration we're working on, little cat dance. And fun fact, Batgirl actually got inspiration from her cowl from Catwoman, actually. So Catwoman and Batgirl are actually friendly. Well, have a good weekend too, DJ Master Daddy K, and thanks for speaking French with me. It's so old. What's so old? The relationship's so old, or I don't know. Well, rather the Walkman's so old too. You know, heavy nostalgia here. Just saying. All right. Where are we? So she found the last victim, solved the last riddle, threw the Riddler off the roof, and now all things are good. Apparently, he'd just eaten a big snack before Riddler's men took him. And so that's a bit of luck. And this is coming from Commissioner Gordon. So Commissioner Gordon, of course, does not know that Batgirl is Batgirl in this, right? Even when she's Oracle, he's not aware of this. She's still his little girl. And I can kind of relate to that a little bit. But everything else, that was all you, Batgirl. In fact, you might have beaten Batman's record. And Riddler? He bounced off the awning onto the florist shop below and hit the street running. I memorized the layout of this neighborhood earlier. I knew the awning was there. Remember, Batgirl and the Birds of Prey, they don't actually kill people. These like rubber bullets. And so she knew that awning was there when she kicked Riddler off the roof. So she knew it wouldn't actually kill him. And Commissioner Gordon said, well, of course, you're a hero. You don't actually do that kind of stuff. I've got every Burnside beat cop searching a 6-block perimeter. But you've been around a while now. You know how it goes with these guys. Yeah. Thanks, sir. Beep, beep. News says it got a little less quiet all of a sudden, huh? Oh, yeah. You could say that. How'd you find the kid? The clue wasn't in the answer. Aw, thanks, Toronto famous John. I love your imagination too, because if you can see it, it means you've got one as well. And I look at that as a calling card, right? If people go, oh my gosh, you're dressing up, and oh, it's not even Halloween, and this, I'm like, I feel really bad for you. You probably don't have a lot of fun in your life, and sex is probably really boring. Creativity is what makes the world go round, baby. Just thinking of stuff new, and then like also, right, Keaton? Like you, Like, you must be just really boring if you want to come on here and criticize other people having fun. But I get it, because I used to be one of those people too, right? Where you're like, well, I used to be this. Before we wrap up this read, you guys, bringing this around to Batgirl, hosting this, and why I love Batgirl is that when Batgirl joins the Bat family, that's when the Bat family becomes the Bat family, right? It goes from Batman and Robin to being the family, right? And dynamics of a family. And in our own families, you know, we sometimes get caught up with like the news and other people's stuff, and like the King Charles is visiting, or like the politics and tariffs and all this stuff. But there's us, right? There's your human family. There's the people you see on the street every day. There's the people that you work with, your friends and stuff. And those relationships and the creativity and what roles they're playing in your personal comic book, they matter. So just remember that in your own life too. Just, you know, you're a Penthouse magazine. Hey. Wouldn't mind that. I go to Comic Cons and anime cons. Yeah, Keaton, right? Because that's how you connect with others who are in that imagination world with you, right? Because, you know, it's like, I play D&D on Thursdays, right? And yesterday, my DM, my Dungeon Master told me that we had to, actually, if you guys are interested in playing, we're looking for new players in our group. We play in Forgotten Realms. Let me know. I want to be Batman for one night. You should do it. Remember, there's just like there's multiple versions of Batgirl, and when Batgirl evolves and becomes Oracle for a time, Cassandra Cain, there's other Batgirls who hold that mantle. They all are true, right? There's this level of when we create characters, when we create archetypes, when we create these, I don't like the word thought form as much, but that's still part of it, right? It's a matter of you are the magic by which that character finds life, right? So me bringing this version of Batgirl to life as Barbara Gordon is probably a version that's maybe a little saucier and maybe a little bit too much booty and skin than the other one, but like that's me too, right? That's just me, Rachel Z, as well, interfacing with Batgirl. So your version of Batman, your version of Wolverine, your version of Superman, or whoever the character is that you resonate with and want to try on for a little bit, it's going to have you in it too, right? And that's the magic of it, and that's why no one gets to come into your universe and tell you that you're doing it wrong. But I do get having almost this level of possession on it, you know, like I love Batgirl, right? And so I would like getting upset if it's done wrong, right? Or getting upset that, let's say they did Cassandra Cain, or the movies, right? They didn't do Barbara, they did Alicia Silverstone. I forget her name in that. I think her name was Barbara, but it wasn't oh my gosh, Gordon, right? So it's just this level of they all can exist, they all can play. It's just a matter of, you know, you have respect for it. And this idea that symbols are transcendent, and no one needs to tell you what this means when you see it, right? So there's that level. I love Spider-Man, to be honest. You know what, there's something to there's something that it says about you who your favorite superheroes are, honestly, right? Because the trials and tribulations that those go through, it's probably because you relate to it, right? There's something about that character that's you. Like Spider-Man, for example, always gets the hot girls. He has no game, but the girls love him because he doesn't know he's as beautiful and attractive as he is. And there's something so special about when someone doesn't know how, like, they're just so unaware about how attractive they are. Right? There's just like, and I think that in Peter Parker and Spider-Man, this idea of like, whoa, like I was just like, I fell into this. And even though he's gone through his own trauma, right? He's handled it very different than like Batman, for example, right? So the different ways in which we interface with the story that we have been given to live, that's how you become who you are. And when we resonate with others' stories, it's like, oh, it gives us clues into us too, right? Oh my gosh, that was Batwoman Keaton, I think, wasn't it? I believe. And Batwoman and Batgirl should not be confused because they're a little different. I believe Batwoman as well, there's more to her. Same thing goes with Spider-Woman. There's like a Spider-Woman who I used to love. I used to love all her comic books back in the day. Jessica Drew, I think was her name. I need to go back to that because there's a lot of like these characters that it's almost like they never got to be developed because they never got movies made from them. And, you know, Batgirl, Yvonne Craig, when she played her in the 60s, she actually drove a Yamaha motorcycle, right? So they made a bat cycle from it. And because she did that, that fed back into the Batgirl character. So that's just an example of how, like, you as someone who gets the opportunity to play that role, you get to also give something back to that character too. Fresh cat food every day. Thanks, Kate. Oh, you have a question? Yes, Toronto famous Jod. When you are smart, looks is less. And that actually is brought up here, right? Like Riddler fell in love with Batgirl because of her intellect, her intelligence. And even Supergirl, when she falls in love with Brainiac 5, it's because he's super smart. And there's something hot about smart guys. Just saying. But here's the thing. It's a known fact that smarter people have more anxiety, right? Because if you're that smart, of course you're going to know all the different possibilities. You're going to think too much. It's going to be that. So let's see here. Is there a different... Oh, thanks, Chef. Yes, there's a difference between Batwoman and Batwoman. Is there a cat girl, by the way? I just said that. Catwoman inspired Batgirl, but Batwoman is separate from Batgirl as an archetype and a character as well. I'm smart, but I don't believe in anxiety. Perhaps that makes you the smartest of all there, Chef. Because I think that's the point of, you know, I have realized too, like, you know, in spite of everything, right? Like that's like the Dr. Manhattan situation where like you're in all timelines at once. Everything's always happening. So what's the point in doing anything if it always ends up at a certain, like this nihilistic situation, right? You know what? There's a beauty in just life and the idea of all of it just coming together the way it should, right? And us still making our best laid plans and making those goals, but, you know, shoot for the moon. If you miss, you land amongst the stars situation. Well, I'm talking to Agra. It was a new Gym Crush eyeballing. Ooh, Gym Crush. Does the fantasy stop and are we real? I multitask. I love I got bitch. Like it was like talking about how reality functions and lore and other things. Humor is great for any relationship. Humor is great for all relationships. I think we take. I will say this. I love to say that the universe has a wicked sense of humor, right? This idea of like, it's all a big like joke. But it's a high level joke. It's not like a low pun situation, right? I do live too. I'll follow you too, Chef. Yeah. We can have some fun, trippy ass conversations. And I will be streaming my D&D live on Thursdays. As well as I said, I'm starting my own RPG game based on my own universe on Solstice. So it's called The Dragon Warriors, and the first campaign is the Dragon Warriors battle for Mount Olympus. So the map is basically a floating island that you're basically coming up to the top of, and we're basically trying to take care of a usurper. There's this evil queen named Queen Wetiko. If you know anything about Wetiko, it's this mind virus in Native American lore where it's like selfishness and causes people to like become evil, right? So this evil entity has taken over Hera, which it feeds on lower vibrational energies like jealousy and pride, all that kind of stuff. So it fed on Hera because, you know, Zeus is a little bit of a philandering kind of type, but it pushes her jealousy over the edge and she becomes Queen Wetiko. So the point of the game is for us to get to Mount Olympus and then reinstate the order of things, because Mount Olympus is like a ground space, time space zero for a lot of other stories that use Greek myth. Florida Panthers won. See here. If I'm talking to a new chick with my gym crush watching me. Oh, I see what you're doing here, Ned. Does your gym crush know that she's your gym crush? Do you know how many times people have told me that they had a crush on me way after the fact? And I'm like, if you had told me at the time, perhaps something would have happened. Da-na-na. Okay, let's continue on. And to finish this, and I'm going to wrap, and then I'll see all of you guys tomorrow in the day. I'll be back as April O'Neil. We'll be doing the Cosmic News Flash. We're going to do some Astro. As well, we're going to talk about some stories in regards to, like, turtles and symbols of, like, turtles all the way down and dimensions and that kind of freaking stuff. Let's see here. Nedland. But you know what? It's funny though, girls are funny. I will say this, that if you have a crush on someone, or like rather if you know that that crush is like talking to another person, you'll like maybe be inspired to make a move, right? That kind of thing. Hey Marlu, how's it going? Okay, we're just finishing off the read of Batgirl versus Riddler. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to go back and edit this like chunk out so that it's like the read is of its own and not me like rambling on about things. Okay, I'll just continue from this panel and we'll finish off. News says it got a little less quiet now all of a sudden, huh? You could say that. How'd you find the kid? The clue wasn't in the answer. Yeah, nice to laugh with you too, Chef. Love it. Hey, Shay, welcome back. I just realized your name was Shenanigans, so that's fun. It was in the question. Are you okay? You sound pretty shell-shocked, hun. So now I think she's talking to Dinah again. She's talking because she was talking to Black Canary in the beginning. New crush, Nedland. It was her first day there. I love gym crushes. You know that me and my hubby, we've been married for 10 years. You guys know that. We met at the gym. We were both personal trainers at Young and Dundas at Extreme Fitness back when it still existed. And yes. It's one of those things, not yet. I think this year, I didn't see that question. Do I go to cons? Yes, I've gone to Fan Expo, and I do have a few coming up that I'm planning on. My big goal is to cosplay as my own character in my comic book. My own comic book eventually. That's the... Okay. Where are we? Are you okay? Says Black Canary on the phone. You sound pretty shell-shocked, hun. Did you bump into your dad at work again, right? Because Commissioner Gordon is her dad. Yeah, we've been married for 10 years, yeah. No, yes. We've been together longer than 10 years, but we have been married for 10. And I always tell people, when it comes to relationships, I've always been this, like, type of person with friends or with anyone, is I'm kind of like a lifer. And it's one of those things that, like, you treat every day as like a new adventure, right? And you just make a promise to each other that, you know, when this isn't worth it anymore, we'll stop. But, you know, you build a life, and it's just kind of like one of those things where, you know, your whole life is a series of wonderful days, hopefully. I'm 26. Oh, that's so funny. I'm 26. No, I'm 40, baby. Yeah. It's a good thing though. It's marriage. You know what? Let's go with that story. I like that. Every day is a reboot. Kublai Khan. That is the lesson of the sun, right? I have a whole thing about, like, I love the sun. I mean, my other cosplay that I love a lot is Supergirl, right? And Supergirl in the sun. And Batgirl and Supergirl actually have a lot of really fun conversations with each other, talking about what it means to be a hero, like powers versus not powers, that kind of stuff. You just turned 50. Hey, what? That's a big thing, right? So, quick note to you guys. This is an astro thing before we finish up. If you're born, like, on the mid-decade, or on the 1980, 1985, 1990, 1995, so either on like the beginning of a decade or mid-decade, you're going to end up with a particular placement where Pluto is going to square Pluto at some point in time in your life. This transit for you is going to be something intense and powerful. So if you're born on that, there's something really special that happens in your life, and it'll feel like the whole world is falling apart, but really it's just a transmutation and transformation into your final form. Yeah, so just saying. Thanks, Lemon Train. Okay, I'm a lot less stressed out now than I was in my 20s. Maybe that's it, right? The whole working the corporate life and all that kind of stuff. Dreaming with no math. You know what? If you love music, if you love rhythm, you love poetry, then you know math. You don't need to know math, like formulas to know math. Like, think of it like rhythm and meter and rhyme. And if you can hear that, that's also a level of like math. It's something to think about. That's what I've realized as well. Okay, because patterns, right? I love puzzles. That's another thing. Maybe we should do that on the live one time. We can do some puzzles, like in riddles together, like actual riddles. Actual riddles together. Because some of you guys here already solved the riddles even before Batgirl got to them. Or rather, she was on her way to solving them. Let's finish now, guys. Let's see here. Did you bump into your dad at work again? Because Commissioner Gordon is Batgirl's dad. Yeah, I'm fine. I have to let you go. And then she changes number. She calls. Hi, Nightwing, Dick. I've been thinking. Do you want to get some coffee? Oh, good. She's making the move. She's making the move to go out with Nightwing officially. Yay! Thanks, Lemon Train. So this all goes to show this is the prelude to the wedding, and there's a nice, I think I have it somewhere, where I do love Dick Grayson and Barbara Gordon's relationship. They have a really sweet one, even though I know Nightwing's really with Starfire, and I have a Starfire cosplay as well. There's this level too of like the different relationships in the comic books also express different facets of archetypal things too. So we can talk about that on another cosplay show. All safe. I'm West Toronto. Hey, cool. I'm east now. I used to be more west, but I'm more east now. For now, I'm actually hopefully going to get a ranch out in the prairies. I'm gonna call it the Sanctuary, and I want to build like a theater and stuff. So it's all gonna be secret, though. I've realized like a big learning of mine. Let's a house in a valley, 100% Nedland, yes, where like the climate can stay temperate, right? Because you're in like a nice little valley where like you're surrounded by the mountains. I've seen it in my dreams already, you guys. And wild Mustangs, right? Where are we? Okay, so you want to get some coffee? Epilogue. So after, am I going to have dollies? What do you mean by that? I'm not catching your drift, Toronto Famous John. Because I was going to be like, you mean like Dolly Parton? I do love Dolly Parton too. Or loons. Okay. We're in the epilogue. I smell sea air, seagull crap. You cold-cocked me and drove me to Burnside Harbor to stuff me into a dank shipping container that smells of cotton candy and old socks. Riddle me this. Are those the actions of someone who's interested in justice? In seeing me punished for my crimes? Answer. No. You haven't gone the way of Catwoman. You're no hero. These are the actions of a fellow psychopath. Well, you're right about one thing. I ain't interested in no kind of justice at the moment. At least, not for you. Oh, look, Harley Quinn. Imagine seeing you around this parts. I'm looking for the Joker, Ridley. Whatever you can tell me. So, how about you leave the psychoanalysis to Dr. Harley Quinn, huh? To be continued in Batman, Prelude to the Wedding, Red Hood versus Anarchy. Oh, interesting. It's like this Prelude to the Wedding has a lot of like verses. And like, I guess it's technically a Batman comic. Interesting as it comes to this. All right, you guys, thank you for joining me for this live read. I don't even think my viewer Dave, who requested this read, this reread, because I had already read it before. It's a good one. It's about, I think, what we could maybe do in the Cosmic Comic Book Club is a discussion of Batman and Catwoman's wedding, because I have questions, right? Like, Batman and Catwoman are getting married, like those characters are, but are Bruce Wayne and Selina Kyle aren't, right? It's like a superhero wedding. So what does that mean? Or unless it is known that Selina Kyle and Bruce Wayne are Batman and Catwoman? Or is this a reboot on that world where, you know, Helena Wayne / Huntress is actually Batman and Catwoman's daughter? So, you know, we'll see. We'll find out. So thanks you guys for joining me for this live read. I will have the replay posted probably tomorrow. I'm getting on top of all of my readings. Laughing Joke. Oh, Batgirl. I've read The Killing Joke on here before, which was tough to read. Most of those spicier reads I am planning, you guys, on having. Am I a natural redhead? No, I'm not. Oh, that's what you meant. I think I caught your telepathy gotten bitch. I think I knew that's what you actually meant. However, the idea of the Batman who laughs and that concept of even all the different versions of Batman, we could do a whole superhero school expose on like the different versions and different worlds and all that kind of stuff. So, stay tuned for more of the, let's call them the analysis shows, where we don't do the read, we just do like a look at the story, but of course, you guys, that takes you guys actually knowing the story first. So, you can get all my full reads. I have a channel called Cosplay Comic Books on YouTube, which is related to my personal channel, kind of, not really, but I'm organizing it all a little bit more. So I do have some free full reads of some of the comic books. Some are behind a paywall for subscribers only, but I'm organizing all of that so that you know where to go for all that kind of stuff. But this one will be a free read. It was a request from a viewer. If you have any requests of any comic books you'd like to read, please do send them my way. I have a P.O. box now all set up if you have comic books. Like Squishy the Seal, I know he's got a comic, not a comic book, but it's a book, and I love reading out loud because, of course, reading out loud is a different thing than reading in your head. Like, I've learned so much about how to pronounce certain things through reading things out with you guys. Also, cadence and rhythm and meter and your vocal chakra. All of these things are part of how you are telling a story, right? Aw, thanks, God and bitch. And remember, like, a lot of our traditions when it comes to storytelling are oral, right? We only got the written thing, like, I don't know, I had to study Canterbury Tales back in English, and like Beowulf, which I believe is like the first written down like legend. Hey Steve Cherry, thank you for the gift. So remember, you guys, resonate with those stories, and please do shoot stories my way. I also do have an RPG game that I'm starting up on Solstice, so if you want to be a player in that game, you play as your astrological chart. Your astro chart is like your character sheet, or rather gives you some potentiality there in regards to playing the game. So we're going to be starting off with the Dragon's Battle for Mount Olympus. More to come about that tomorrow when I talk about with April O'Neil, and we talk about timelines. So we got April tomorrow, and then I believe we're going to have Jean Grey tomorrow on Monday, and Supergirl Sunday. Supergirl Sundays, that's what I'm keeping it as, right? Black and white-esque. Oh yeah, yes, black and white-esque. And Black Cat, she'll come back soon. I want to have something with her and MJ together, and we can talk about Spidey. But I do have to get my own hubby a Spider-Man cosplay for that to work, I think. And if you guys have any cosplays that you want to do a live show on, I am open to some fun live collaborations where we can maybe act out some scenarios, like, I don't know if you guys have ever done improv, where you do, you're given a scenario, you're in character, so there's no script, but there's still like a scenario, we can play those out loud. So we can do like, whose line is it anyways? Cosplay edition. Live show, right? How fun would that be? All right, you guys, play older games for the ladies. Yeah. You don't know me. Oh, Toronto famous John. I feel like maybe if you're in Toronto and I'm in Toronto, we may have met each other at some point in time, right? Who knows? It's a small world, man. And the amount of real, actual superhero people is very small. And so I feel like when you resonate, you just know. And so this is my Batgirl beacon, that Batgirl symbol in the sky, calling to all of you superheroes there, telling you guys and just reminding you that it takes true courage for you to be exactly you in this cosmic, beautiful game of life. So remember, for you to play as exactly you, because literally no one else can do it. And when the time comes, we're all going to count on you to do whatever it is that you need to do, right? All right? Because the universe is counting on you, right? And no worries, right? No pressure, because I got your back. Until next time, my superhero friends, stay super, stay magical, and keep dreaming. Bye.